Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first of many which I hope to do. This is basically what you call a weekly, fortnightly, chilled back, stripped back vlog. And this is basically me talking through what's happening in my life recently and what I've learned, and just sharing any kind of insights to you, and hopefully be valuable to you guys watching and following along. So I know a lot of people who have been, watching me on social media and following my content. These are all usually reels that are fast paced and engaging, and there's a lot of me in it, and sometimes I want people to see who the real me is, just a stripped back, chilled version of it. So yeah, this is the first one of those. And basically, if you're new to my channel, my name is Kenny. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the founder of Light My Bricks. And I've been on this incredible journey of starting this crazy business from purely just a passion into what it is today. And if you're not familiar with that, Light My Bricks is basically a lighting company, and what we do is innovative lighting solutions for Lego fans that are similar to myself, and I know there are plenty out there, to basically turn their Lego displays into a whole new level and make it 10 times cooler. So just like what you see out here behind me, that's what Light My Bricks does, and basically creates that ultimate building experience and changes the way people build and display Lego. I wanted to basically start this first session just taking you back to the history and of how I started Light My Bricks, and a little bit more about who I am and who I was before I started Light My Bricks. For me, I've always growing up, I always wanted to do something with my life that was different to the stereotypical office 9-to-5 type job, or you're outside of that stereotypical ideal profession, other than someone who's a successful corporate guy or successful IT guy, accountant, lawyer, that kind of thing. I've always wanted to do something different, and I've always known that since growing up. I've some examples of what I wanted to do when I was a kid. I wanted to be a circus act. I wanted to be a magician. I wanted to be Bruce Lee. I wanted to basically do things that were extraordinary or different, whether that was doing something through a passion. And I went through my life going to school and doing all those kind of things, and especially in my teenage years found a love of music, and then started playing in bands. I really wanted to be that rock star. I wanted to, be a world touring musician. That's what I wanted to do with my life. And that all changed when, you go through life, and I married my wife. We had kids, and I thought, I probably need to do what I thought at the time was a stable IT job. So that's, I spent a lot of my kind of adulthood working in IT, and I discovered Lego again when buying Lego for my kids, and I realized how damn cool this thing was. And it was very quick for me to see modular buildings, especially being able to collect them and display them all like in a street. I mean, my idea was to have my own little Lego city on my shelf through modular buildings, but the problem was I was spending so much money on Lego, and at the time we had 2 young kids, had a mortgage, and the arguments with my wife, or the heated discussion, started happening about how much I was spending on Lego. And for me, it was like, how do I convince my wife to allow me to buy more Lego? Because I just wanted to collect more and more, and I just realized how damn cool it was. And then I thought to myself, there's so many other people out there who are like me, who are collecting and building Lego and loving it, and they're adults. They're not the kids. These are adults who have disposable income and want to buy and collect and display, and have this almost like an addiction to collecting Lego. I thought, if I could make a business out of this and somehow allow myself to buy Lego and it to be tax deductible, guilt-free, that was the aim. And because I've always been fascinated with lighting, and there's no one else doing lighting out there. I wanted to basically do it for myself. And so that's how the whole idea of Light My Bricks started. This was back in 2016, so the end of 2016, so 7-8 years ago. And it basically was me looking for lighting products and looking for small componentry, and how can I actually integrate that with Lego, because at the time when you thought of Lego lights, it was more of the DIY. You had to do it yourself and almost solder things yourself or solder electronics yourself and build around it, because it was really difficult to find small wiring, and the only kind of products that you could find out there was stuff that you had to build Lego around, which I didn't want to do. I wanted to basically turn a Lego set from A into B without altering any design, just basically putting lights in there. And when you think of a Lego Ford Mustang, for example, just having lights in that without changing any of the look and feel of the Lego Mustang, that's what I wanted to do. And so I was able to find electronics from China. I was able to basically work with a supplier to find small circuitry that could be modular and you can connect them together. And basically, I did that for myself, and I was like, wow, this is actually a lot easier than I thought, because I didn't have electronics experience. And so that's how the business kind of took off. And all I did was basically journal myself installing lights into my Lego sets, taking photos, writing a lot of text in instructions, and basically putting it on the internet by, through the likes of social media, and taking photos and sharing it with the community. And that started to grow, and I started seeing more and more people ask questions about how did you do that and where can I buy it from, and started a Shopify website. And so it was very quick, within a year it was pretty crazy. I was making more money selling Light My Bricks than I was in my day job. And so it was very quick for me to identify that this was going to be something. There was a market for it, and a lot of other people wanted to light up their logo, and it was my way of basically showcasing this and giving others an opportunity to light up their logo and have that passion, and basically make their logo 10 times cooler. That's the kind of the backstory of Light My Bricks. Obviously, there was a lot of challenges involved with growing the business. I think it was 2 years I was pretty much doing everything on my own, even though I kind of represented that we were not a one-man band. We had a full team, but that was all about that brand perception and that brand that I wanted to create. And but I learned a lot during that time, and it wasn't until I guess the second or third years and when I started actually hiring people and building this team. And 2016 to 2017, it was a huge jump. I actually had to write this down, but basically we grew, which is crazy, 745%. So that first year was just massive for us. But each year we've been fortunate enough to grow year on year, 250%, 100%, 140%. This is just year on year, all the stats I'm kind of given. But it's just crazy for me to look back and think, this was just simply an idea. And this is basically me having that passion for something. And it's really funny because when I think back on when I used to tell people about what I did, people just couldn't grasp that concept. They just didn't quite understand, and almost thought, because when they think of Lego, they think of kids. They think of I'm just kind of selling Lego and playing with Lego and selling to my friends at market stores and that kind of thing, not realizing how big of an industry Lego is and how many people around the world love Lego and love to collect and want to add more and make it 10 times more cooler than it already looks. And it was fascinating to see customers who have been with us since the beginning and how much they've not just journeyed with us, not just how much they've spent on us, but how they've journeyed along with us and seen our business grow. And it's really humbling to see all that. And even today, as I go to work and amongst the team, I'm always kind of having to stop and just reflect and be so kind of thankful where I am and the life I've been able to create simply through passion. And I mean, there's also a lot of hard work involved, a lot of learnings, but I'm that type of guy who loves to just learn from people. I don't think you can ever be too old to learn from someone, or you can learn from anybody, whether they're young or old. It's not like you need to have a lot of qualifications or experience for me to learn off you. I'm quite strong in that belief that life is constant learning. That's something that I want to basically, that's the type of people that I look for when it comes to hiring people for Light My Bricks, are people who are always kind of looking for that continuous improvement, the Kaizen model they call it, because I think that you can never stop growing, and when you stop growing, that's when you die. So I'm very big on that, and basically that's this is my first one of these kind of vlogs, and I guess what I'm wanting to do more is just give everybody more of an update of what's happening in my life, what's happening in Light My Bricks' life, and just little kind of nuggets or learnings that I've learnt during that week or fortnight or period in between. Because for me, there's making content that I want to be able to share with others. There's me wanting to entertain, but also educate and hopefully inspire others out there, no matter what kind of situation they are in their life, to always kind of think outside the box. I would say I've done things not very conventional. And when I say that, a simple example is that I hate reading. I love books, but I love the look of books more than I love actually reading. But I love learning. And so my unconventional ways is more the fact that this isn't like a normal business in a sense. Like, this is where we're basically we're all passionate about Lego, but we're really, at the end of the day, just making our passion for Lego something much bigger than that, through lights and experience and display, and just changing the way people build. So I guess as you can say, that my mission is that I want to basically change the way people build and the way they see Lego, and be able to create that ultimate, building experience through Light My Bricks. And it's something that I want to be able to inspire other people to do, is to basically, like I said, think outside the box. Think outside of this mold or this stereotype that society may have placed you in, and basically showcasing to you what Light My Bricks is all about, what I'm all about, and how you can live your ultimate life through your passions, no matter how unique they are. So that's it for me for this first blog. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've been able to stay to the end, and if you have, thank you. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these, but also through my other videos, interview other people and do regular podcasts, and also continue to create cool content that is fun, inspiring, and hopefully anyone can learn something from each piece of content that I create. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next one.